Have we started the stream?
I'm going to assume yes, considering we're starting the match. I'm going to assume that we're live. All right. Well, if we are live, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, apologies for the awkward start, but everybody, welcome into the Keanu Huskies run at RedBull Campus Clutch Canadian National Qualifiers. We're kicking things off with a bang against 07 as our starting match for the day. And I am actually very excited to get into this one. 07, a bit of a problem spot for this roster. We've seen play before, and it was not too close. 07, of course, making it all the way to second place in RedBull Campus Clutch last year. They are the favorites to make it out from Canada, but it's up to Keanu to stop that push now. We're going to get it started right away on the pistol round.
Viper Orb, something that we see a lot of. Actually, very, very heavy on lurk potential here, especially on pistol round. Let's see what he
Yeah,
can do with
definitely
it.
nothing too rushy. Starting to poke out a bit. We got picks going both ways, but it's Huskies that go up 4-3 right now as Shimmy and Nabil go down. Chris M trying to switch around here, get through the mid site. Everybody pushing up their B now. They're going to start settling into the site and start planting immediately here. It's a slow start to this pistol round, but I like the setup that they have. They have all their angles covered. They're just waiting for the rest of 07 to start pushing in. Looking out here now, a bit of a scramble.
One side. Shot's not really going to land there. Race does have a
Unfortunate.
really good flank, though. Gonna give that away with a nade. Going to
Oh,
swing and die.
unfortunate. Just up to Bondo now. 1v3 situation. Will he be able to clutch? They're all set up on site. He's looking for something, unable to get it. Fortunate start there. They had the setup, just unable to execute.
Definitely, definitely. I like their starting strat there. I mean, four right down mid. Not a site that usually is taken on Lotus. most people like they either go for the A or the C push, as they feel like the C push is a little more surprising and the A push is just kind of a default. But a B push there, not everybody's going to be protecting it right away. As you saw, there was two, but they ended up getting taken swiftly out, making it a 4v3. But it's just holding those angles in the pistol that can be very hard.
Definitely. I feel like that's something we're going to see going into these next rounds, just trying to be tricky and catch out 07 and things that they might not exactly expect. And as we get into the second round here, we see the Huskies pushing up into C site with Chris M on the lurk, looking out at A.
The Omen one-way not really working, but if it did, that'd be a great one-way. Gonna get picked off, though, on the lurk.
Oh, Tiny goes down 2. Savo coming in, though. Shimmy starts to go down. That's a bit of momentum here. 2v3 now. They do have bomb planted. Keanu's trying to set up, trying to flush out.
They needed those guns there, especially in a situation like this. They can maybe, hopefully, do something now.
Oh, everybody else on 07 already controlling that C site. And as soon as it starts, it feels like the Huskies just get shut down here on the second round.
Definitely, definitely. We're seeing their hold after they plant the bomb not really strong. Their post plant needing a little bit of work. Maybe they're being too aggressive. Maybe have to sit back and relax a little bit more. But they definitely needed those guns in that round there to try to win it.
Definitely, and this is going to hurt too since 07 is on their bonus round here up 2-0. They have a lot of eco to play with, and they're looking really strong out of the gate. Keanu needs to be able to slow the pace here and make 07 play at their own pace. Looks like they want to come out swinging with about the same start that they did in the second round here, with Chris M trying to show momentum towards A as everybody else flanks towards C.
A better one-way smoke coming out of Omen on 07 as well. If the team was pushing that, that'd be a very hard push to even hold.
Toxin screen down.
Try to lurk again, waiting for the smoke to drop.
Poison orb emitting.
Last time,
Poison's off.
Pass to keep his orb up. Looks like he's made a lot more progress than he did last time.
Definitely. Switches here from 07. Looking a bit different, but still, again, they find out too. Immediately, Nabil and Kane on the board yet again. Senja trying to rotate back, and they're going to switch out from their initial C plan. Oh, Marwan finds a headshot onto Chris out in mid, and now it's just down to 2v4 again. Bondo trying to make this rotate back onto C, but it's going to be a really hard push after the beginning here.
Definitely. I mean, you gave up the C control because you thought you had A control, and then immediately you're getting your alert killed. So you have to try to go for a re-hit. Hopefully they're not here, though, expecting that you rotated fully.
30 seconds left.
Looks like they might have it too as time starts to wind down here. 25 seconds on the clock, but it looks like D might be clear for the plant.
Last player standing.
Oh no!
Spike down.
And 07's going to be able to clean that up pretty quickly, it seems. And going to get an upgrade off of the free weapon.
Surrounded by
That's
Villa
unfortunate. They had the right idea, but it's really hard when you're playing a 2v4 into that. They knew where he was that entire time, but that Sky just too dangerous, unable to pick them off and get that plant. Bit of a rough start here for Keanu, but I think it's going to be okay. It's the first match of the day. You're playing into a top talent team. They have time just to take it easy here and think about how they want to play these next few rounds.
Cover going out.
Turret out.
Defaulting on a save round, something that not a lot of teams like to do, but it is something that they have to do. They just want to find a pick, hopefully, and maybe steal a gun away if they can. Grab a orb before they walk away, make as much noise as possible. Try to see if they can bait over any lurks towards mid. Seems like they want to end A, but they're gonna lose.
Scout destroyed. Pull cats.
Oh, A-Rush is throwing out a lot of useless, trying to push into this A site. The raise is there, though. Marwan and Witter now on the board. 3v5 now, again for the Huskies. They're trying to push in as Nabil catches Senja out on that lurk, and now Bondo on the switch yet again trying to push in here. They got to keep their composure. They have a couple angles here, Bondo and Sabo trying to push through.
Cover going out.
I am in this situation right now, 2v5, is just trying to get as many 1 or 2 people off the board, get them away from their rifles, make them buy again. Just really want to disturb the economy of
30 seconds left.
Like this.
They definitely need to start chunking out.
Last player
Shots
standing.
fired towards the A site.
Flawless.
Oh no! I saw the vision. I could see it trying to get that B rotate and try to plant on that site there, thinking everybody's holding out in the A, but they both just get caught out immediately. And right away there, Bondo starting out the timeout for the Huskies. And I think that's something you need right now. You can't let that momentum slide. You just need a minute, take a breather, and just think.
This does work both ways, though, considering that 07 can take this time out to kind of recollect their thoughts, make sure their players aren't just trying to over-aggress or extend too much. I've seen this a lot while also competing myself, and I've used this when my team is upwards. It's very much a tool that works as a double-edged sword when you're taking a timeout, trying to stop momentum, and when you're taking the timeout when you need to bring back that momentum into a better positive energy. Definitely, I feel like we should stop going for these defaults, though, and start going for a 5-man push. Maybe that can work. More people, more trades. But I don't know. Definitely have to see.
Definitely. I think it might be a good idea just to completely switch up the pace here. I've been talking about trying to have 07 play at Keanu's pace, but Keanu has been pretty slow to start entering sites. Maybe they just need to explode onto the scene here and just create that noise, create that momentum. As it looks like they're trying to default back into something they've done a couple times already, having Chris M on this Viper look out in the A and have a full rush on the C site.
Time for a field test.
Definitely something that we've seen before. It hasn't worked in the past, but maybe they found out a way to make it work now.
Exact same play here. Chris M just holding out this whole long A angle. But Kane finds 2 headshots. Bondo and Sal go down, and that's everybody towards that C site shut down immediately. 07 knew what was going on. That spike down as well as Chris M, last alive, forced to rotate, finds 2 giant picks here. That's some eco down finally on the side of 07. That's what we were talking about earlier. Just trying to chunk out 07 however they can, but the round loss is going to be immense.
Definitely. And we can see that 07 already had a counter shot set up for their C push as well. You saw the Omen blind coming out from B side, the door opening up from, I'm going to assume it was the Raze, and you had Chris blinding through the Viper smoke. Very much a lot of utility used, but it was very effective getting 4 members down right off the bat. Something that hopefully we should see from Keanu here pretty soon. Maybe some counter shots. Wall gonna work. Or going for stairs.
Definitely. And I feel like we're seeing a lot of looks repeated here on Keanu's attack, but I think I'm okay with that if I'm a Husky right now. They just want to get in their groove, get ready for matches coming up in the rest of the day, and just get comfortable playing against this top tier 07 team. Starting to rush now into the B site. Mar1 finding the first pick onto Savo. Realizing this push isn't going to work, they're going to back out all the way to spawn, start rotating out, likely into C. As it looks like Chris M has made a lot of space here into holding out more of this AB middle site.
For sure. Definitely scared to try to move inwards. Waiting for the team to try to make some distracting noise, hopefully. The sad part about this, though, is that your Viper doesn't really have anything for post-time bomb and stuff, as she threw all her utility out kind of right away.
Ooh, it doesn't matter, though. Bondo's here to start making some noise himself. Chris M getting the follow-up onto Nabil. And finally, for the first time this game, Keanu is now up. Game finds Bondo coming into that C site a little bit too fast, though. They still have the numbers up. They do see the sky and realize they need to rotate out yet again. They need to start pushing in now, though. 15 seconds left on the clock for Keanu to get this plant. They're going to make their way on to B. Noise is being made. Tiny finds Kane. 6 seconds left on the clock. They're starting to get that plant just barely. Shimmy finds out Chris, but it's a 2v1 situation. They need to clutch this out. Spike is now planted. Senja found out by Shimmy. He's found up on the high ground. Tiny trying to peek this. Yes! Gets it out.
Now we have momentum. We just figured out that 07 is not really the immortal team that they thought they were. We've made them a mortal team now, making this a lot easier now. We have the 1-5 instead of the 07.
Definitely not going no 7 in this half.
For sure, for sure. Definitely a play on words there with their team, but we can definitely see that they're gonna go back to their normal default, except we're gonna have KJ lurking at B. Maybe they're just trying to find out picks and seeing where they want to go at the end of the round.
I feel like we've seen this setup before, but exactly like you're saying, just having this default, but then switching it up in the middle, getting that initial info, playing off of that, and adapting into a 07 defense here. You see something out early here. It looks like they want to switch out their rotation, as now the Killjoy is going to start looking up in the C. But it feels like 07 has made a lot of distance coming into these sites, as Keanu is pretty slow to start off their attack here. Finally starting to make some headway into A.
Get out of here.
Getting a pick early as well, that's a really good pick. That means their smokes are off the table and they can take the site for free without much resistance, hopefully.
We keep saying that, but they need to be careful. They've been caught out here before on some insane picks. But Savo going in, finds Witter. At least gets the trade out. Kane coming in to avenge Witter there. Nabil coming through too, taking out his counterpart on Senja's Killjoy.
We need all the information we have. We know 2 are heaven and 1 might be coming stairs. Now we have full information of where they are. 1 should be drop here. Tiny, gonna swing, sees 1. Gonna end up getting it, but traded out immediately afterwards. Trying to play into the Viper ult as much as possible, but it is gonna have to leave because of the KJ ult. Slowly moving forward.
Oh, no. Unfortunate lineup there. Shimmy getting the double. That's actually kind of crazy. They're both headshots coming in on that.
Definitely. You saw the Omen and the Viper lineup. I knew it was going to be a bad mix as soon as you have to leave the Viper ult. Something you don't want to do as a Viper player at all, especially. It's not good. It's not fun. You think it's your safe haven until you get KJ ulted. Then you unfortunately have to leave that safe haven. And in that situation, I think you just kind of let it go down and then try to fight open air, we'll say.
Yeah, it seems
covered
like
behind smoke.
It seems like 07 definitely had that counterplay with the Killjoy ult, and Keanu now defaulting back to this 4C1A split again. But immediately they want to rotate out this again as Bondo with the spike pushing back into the spawn here. Savo faking, trying to make some noise, gets a little peek, but Classic not going to be able to do too much damage if he's able to find anybody, but just holding out the C angle, allowing the Huskies to have that time to start pushing into A, but they do see one here at least.
Definitely. I mean, Classic's not the strongest weapon in the game, but he does end up having a very strong ult that can help him push on the sites as well. Seems like he's finally going to go and recollect with his team. He has to watch out B, though, as a lot of the time 07 is lurking up B. Slowly making room onto A here. Going to leave the Viper, though, closed.
Ooh, just barely missed that there. Shimmy's able to get the wallbang on Chris. It's going to be a little tough, especially with this Raze ult coming in here, as well as Bondo's found out. They do get the plant, though. That's a little bit of momentum, but Witter and Shimmy yet again, leaving Tiny all alone just to get found out, and that's another horrid round loss there for the Huskies. Unfortunate.
Witter, their Raze on 07 seems to be finding a lot of utility connects, especially with that Raze nade. As I know that's probably going to be hard next patch for them. Raze is actually getting nerfed if you didn't know next patch as well. Ooh. That little Raze nade that he got there is going to have a smaller radius, meaning you have to be a little more precise with it. Definitely going to be interesting to see how pro players will adapt to that.
Absolutely, but we got to focus on the here and now. Huskies 1-7 on the first match of the day against 07. And they've looked like they're showing a completely different look here now as they have that 5-man rush coming out into A, just trying to make some noise.
Going to end up taking the fight against 07. Gonna pick up 2 kills though right away. 1 onto Rubble as well. 3 off the bat. Using the ult though, not able to find much utility with it. As they slowly push on the site, taking it for their own. Tiny though, kind of on 1 HP, especially since they have a heal. They shouldn't be pushing too much forward.
They want to hold out that angle. They know how aggressive 07 can be, even when they're down players. So they just want to hold out these angles here, make sure nobody's trying to flank in behind them, because they know they have the space coming in from their own spawn.
Definitely, and especially the Sky out there can find out people right away. But We're going to see Chris picking up another kill onto KJ here. The other one right there beside him. He knows. Not going to be able to get it, though. And Brando's going to come and get the kill right away.
Yeah, Bondo at least getting that follow-up on the Mar1. Getting a little scary on that operator, but another round win, and that's crucial for the Huskies right now. Finally stuffing out some more momentum, and it's a much stronger win than their first round win, as we saw a few rounds earlier. They're up 4 players, able to keep more of that eco, and just have that strong mentality, and they want to rush out A again, try and have that same play again, but they gotta be really careful here, as repeated plays we've seen on the day might not go too well.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, it is a much better option fighting for this space as a 5-man than it is fighting as a 4-man. But seems like Bando is gonna get blinded and killed right away. And that operator we just talked about that got taken away is gonna come back out again and end up getting a pick also onto Chris. That's both your smokes down. If I am Keanu right now, I do not want to fight this. I want to get out as fast as possible, but they do need to get the race out of there or leave them alone.
There it is, just trying to make that headway, trying to get that rotate out. It's sad. It's hard, too. They had that info out early. They saw the 2 there, but just unable to execute. This fight a little too messy, and now down 3v5. They're just spending time here now, trying to get some info. Tiny with the flash, trying to find anything. Doesn't seem to find much, and they want to seem to come back into A, as they seem to have a bit more info than they did before.
Definitely, definitely. They're just trying to hopefully find a pick here.
Dangerous swing there, especially when they know that operator's on site for 07. Nobody getting picked out, though. They're starting to make headway into A. They might be able to make this rotate. They have some info that they can make that right side rotate. Senja finding out Nabil from behind. That's going to be huge, too. Operator shots ring out, still finding nobody for 07.
Seems like another one is on play. If that Sky ult has anything to say about it, Savo not really paying attention to it, rather pay attention to this lane breakable door. Knows that he's probably on the other side, is gonna enter and see nobody actually.
That's at least some knowledge gained for Keanu. Knowing where the enemy isn't lets them know where they are. Tiny finds that headshot on the shimmy. 3v3 now. Witter getting the swing though. Senja trading it out. Time is ticking now as we're up 2-1. Kane goes down. Time is running out. 407 to get this defuse as Mar1 goes down. That's 2 rounds in a row here for the Huskies.
Really, really well played, especially on Keanu's side there. I mean, it's an age as old as time. You see top teams, dominating teams like this, start losing momentum when they start losing rounds, especially a round that they lost as comfortably as Keanu won there when they went up 2-7. Now it seems like the 07 team is losing steam, not really going to be able to hopefully get back. Let's see how much we can dominate here while we have the momentum.
Definitely, and Valorant can be such a momentum-heavy game, as if you have that eco to keep buying guns and keep just aggressing it as much as possible. It's really tough if you're on the losing end, just unable to find any headway, harder to buy guns and harder to just throw in anything. Keanu really needs to build off this momentum here as they're going to execute this full C push.
Especially through a Viper smoke, something that you don't normally see, as most teams don't want to deal with trying to clear the Viper, but Bondo is going to be able to end up getting that out there. They're going to push on the site. KJ's proving to be more than just a little problem, though. I'm assuming that she went back waterfall. They are kind of concerned about it. Getting the plant down now.
Plant goes down. They're trying to set up again, but they need to be careful. We've seen this before. They can't push far out into C unless they want to be caught out here. So they're just setting up close to site, holding their angles, and again, waiting for 07 to bait out and push in. Starting to rink out. They see that killjoy. Nabil trades out Witter. Kane goes down as well, though, and all of a sudden, Nabil's gone as well, and it's just up to this Omen to try and find the clutch yet again, but we've seen this just before, and we might just see it again. Keanu might be able to clutch us out. They're just about out of time. And that's going to be it there, too.
Away. Another round win.
Heal up, squad.
If I was them, I'd be feeling very confident right now, especially against a team that has held an award such as going to second place in a tournament like this already. and being a very dominating and strong team, especially for Canada, and just being able to kind of break them down like this after winning 2 rounds in a 2 rounds. That's pretty nice. I'd be feeling very confident as a team.
Absolutely. They've played into '07 already in a different league this season, and
Careful.
it did not go this well, and that's saying a lot. '07 definitely the top team to beat in Canada right now, and to play into them first day in the group stage has to be a heck of a job here, as Mar1 goes down early again, pushing it a little bit too far. Chris M is there to get that initial kill.
Not only that, Bondo got out of there without dying. I saw him on 18 HP as he was getting out there. Now gonna have to face an op though. Down this B long. Gonna clear it out with the dog. Dog not really gonna see the op, so they're gonna slowly push upward behind it. As you can see, Bondo just trying to make room for his team, it seems.
Ooh. Unfortunate laundry's pick there from Kane.
Chris going down on the lurk. Something you don't really want to see right now.
They have to make do with what they got, though. 4v4 situation here as they're trying to flush out '07 coming into this B site. They see the KJ, but the ult from the Killjoy's out yet again. Picks are going crazy right now. 2v1 for the Huskies, and unfortunately, the momentum is stuffed out. '07 going up 8-4.
Switching sides.
8-4 in the half, something that a lot of teams have seen, including myself on my own team, but definitely looking at this now, I feel like it's more winnable. You went into this with at least 3 wins in a row, and you know for a fact that you can beat them. Let's see how Keanu does on defense here. I feel like '07 hopefully is going to be strong in attack. Their utility usage was almost perfect on defense, so I'm sure they can definitely use that on attack as well.
Absolutely. This pistol round is absolutely vital for the Huskies to win right now. They need to get that momentum back, swing this pendulum back into their favor, and start building that eco up early. What I've seen from the Huskies before, their defensive holds are fantastic, and they might be a lot more confident pulling out Lotus here. So starting to set up all across Lotus right now.
Definitely. I mean, a strat as old as time, especially for Lotus, is pushing this Robo control. Having control of this Robo is something that's very important, especially on defense, as you more so know where the enemy's going to be. They're either going to be B or they're going to be C, and it looks like they're going to end up being B this time around.
I gotta say, it's very beautiful for me watching games like this where the pistol rounds, every single round is so slow and deliberate. Normally you don't see stuff like this in your ranked games, but such a great execute there coming out from '07. They find that 4v3 out early, getting 2 picks on their side, and that requires Huskies to make a large rotate here.
Definitely. I mean, '07 already pushing for A site. They kind of got it for free, especially getting those 2 picks onto Rubble. Very important. Very important, especially the utility usage they did use there. I mean, they Viper mollied far side Rubble, and then they naded it as well, killing Salvo pretty easily, if I do say so myself. But we're going to see Chris here slowly pushing on the site by himself. Gonna have the KJ behind him. Just trying to make room, find out where '07's at. Bondo gonna run into the KJ turret.
Looks like they want to instead retake the site here instead of just holding out into A. They're caught up coming out from their spawn. Trying to come back again. 4v2 situation with a defuse. The time is starting to run out for the Huskies to get this. They're just trying to find out some picks, but it's a team ace here for '07.
Definitely. I mean, they seem really strong. '07 all hanging out in tree, especially with the people that they had in tree. An Omen, they had, I'm pretty sure it was Viper and one more. That's a very strong combo you can have there, especially if your Viper has her mollies. You can just bounce them off the walls and get them into that default position. Looks like they're gonna go for a C push, something that not many teams like to do, as you're leaving A very vulnerable, but something that probably needs to happen to hopefully swing momentum back into their favor.
I feel like that's something we're saying a lot of, just Huskies doing unconventional things, trying to throw '07 off their game, and that you need to do that. You need to throw off this top level team as much as you can, do these really strange things, and come in where they don't expect you, as we got 4 people holding out on this C site. Definitely unconventional, as Bondo is the one to lurk out, coming around, wrapping through A.
Definitely Bondo all alone, not gonna really want to take a gunfight at all, but doesn't have utility to kind of stall them from taking the site, so they're just going to plant this right away
Spike
while Bondo
planted.
waits for his team to come back. Now having both smokes though, I think, or at least one smoke up to help his team as they all move slowly forward.
Trying to push through it now. This retake not going too well for 07. Huskies coming in. That's 2 picks on the board. Senja and Chris M on that board. And A site looking pretty nice here for the Huskies to hold out and try and get this defuse.
It does seem like the Viper and KJ have lineups though for both their mollies. Gonna deny it for a little longer.
Oh, it's gonna be tough too. The 2v3 now. That's half a tick gone, but they get the full picks. Do they have enough time to get the defuse?
Thrifty.
Yes, they
just
do.
barely coming through. 1.7 seconds left on the clock. That is an amazing clutch from the Huskies after going down that initial pistol round.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, their C gamble didn't really work as they planned, but they ended up taking the retake almost nearly perfect. Getting the kills they needed on site, getting those weapons, and then those weapons allowing them to actually win that round with very little seconds left on the defuse is something that is not seen often, but it's definitely something that should be seen more.
Definitely, yeah. It is really tough when you're gambling like that and just stacking on that C site, but they get that rotate back into A, and that's a confidence booster for the Huskies, knowing that you can even just go for these massive gambles and still get the retake when you need. But they're going out for more of a default push now. They have a lot of distance built in. Look how far Savo and Bondo are deep into this A site right now.
Definitely. Again, one of those kind of default strategies for Lotus is pushing onto this rubble, taking this control away from the defense, because that's something that they're going to have to retake later, and it's something that not a lot of teams love retaking. Believe me, it is a hard fight.
Toxin screen down.
Bit of a slower start here now compared to some of the rounds we've seen earlier in the day. But this is good for the Huskies. They are on the defense side. They want that timer to run out. They want 07 to start getting antsy to push in and make those mistakes.
Definitely. Seems like we're going to have a plant B, though.
Spike
Getting
planted.
a pick is Bondo. Now as we push on the B site, very slowly just trying to retake it. Getting another one onto Kane. Smoking out the main, knowing that 2 are main and 1 is on flank stairs. Gonna get that one as well is Tiny. Tapping defuse, trying to bait out some shots.
07 is looking dangerous on these sheriffs right now. But the defuse coming through, they get half of it on. They get that save. Bondo trading out Shimmy. And Marwan coming in, getting Savo. But the defuse comes through. Marwan not pushing that through in time and going down after the round is over.
Bondo getting a 4K there as well. Just masterfully displays how well he is at clicking heads, as we saw there. He ended up killing the Rays, then the Sky, picking apart their hold and forcing them to kind of retake in a very awkward position, considering that their KJ had lurked up all the way into Keanu's spawn.
Definitely a very fun match to kick off this Red Bull Campus Clutch group stage here for the Huskies. Just the mechanics on both sides here, just seeing how well they're able to flick on enemies, get those headshots. Like those opening headshots from 07 coming into that last round were insane. The level of these teams is just through the roof, but the fact that the Huskies, they just squeaked their way into making it into the group stage for Rebel Campus Clutch, and now showing off against the top team, to the most favored team, to make it out and make that international spot in Istanbul. Keanu's here 6-9. They are showing off something incredible here. It might be possible for them to pull off this win here and now.
Definitely, definitely. And I mean, I'd be very confident as well. We just forced the, what seems to be the top team, or at least second top team, into timing out. Knowing that they're shaken up like this, something that not a lot of top teams like to do, but it's definitely something that they will have to do once they get shaken up pretty hard like this as well. Like I said before.
Seeing a setup a little reminiscent of their default, but a little bit different. Angles here a little bit different. As you can see the difference in that A lurk here. Bondo holding out on B as 2 on each side for A and C.
Definitely,
That operator online. It's gonna be a little scary. Senja opting to back up here. And some of the Huskies are starting to push in, trying to flush people out of that attacker side spawn.
Definitely. I mean, looking at Keanu holding this A side, you would almost think that 07 is pushing A right now, but we're going to see some presence shown over towards C a lot more instead. Maybe they gave on their A side control.
Whoa, scary there, but Tiny unfortunately goes down. Witter finding that headshot, and the delay there for the 07 to push into any of these sites causes the Huskies to panic just a little bit too much as Senda goes down 2v5 situation. It looks like that timeout was crucial for 07 to start making work into this round. Bondo, though, coming in from behind. Witter goes down. That's at least some eco damage done. They know where some of 07 is now as the spike is planted. Bondo trying to make this rotate, making the door almost to just create some noise, create that bit of a distraction. Anything now for him to start pushing in. Gonna teleport as well.
Yes. Throwing the smoke, looking for the side, kind of confusing him for a second. Savo gonna pick up one at least more, doing a lot more eco damage as well that we just said.
You can trust my boss.
Definitely needed, especially since one of your teammates is not going to be able to buy this round. Bondo was kind of weak in money there. Let's see what they're going to do, though, with this.
Oh, you know what? They are starting a timeout, and we've been talking about the usage of these timeouts, but I like this out of the Huskies. They have Coach Blue on their side just to set up. They don't want to create that momentum on either side, especially since they just lost it there. Coming into these crucial rounds now, they need to be able to figure out some sort of strategy to stuff 07 early, as 07 up 10 rounds now. They need 13 rounds to make it out and win this game. Huskies need to start thinking about how they want to claw out of this.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, they just had the momentum, all the confidence in the world. You shook up one of the best teams in this league so far, and they took a timeout and they brought it back. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take another timeout, hopefully. Going to counter strat their strat that they just played against you and get ready for the next round as you guys just take a collective breather again. Just make sure that you guys have everything set up for yourselves and for your team. And it seems like we are going to be able to do that.
As is here. They are a little bit down in that eco as we were talking about, but maybe the coach coming in to figure out a strategy here might be what does the trick. Bondo now, they're starting to make it rotate out into B, smoking that off on the connector, and they're setting up, trying to, again, create as much distance as possible, create as much space as they can, start flushing 07 out. See Tiny throwing out that Sky Flash, trying to get some info early.
Definitely. I mean, we're back into the same setup that we were before, where we have 2 on C and we have 2 on A, but it seems like we're playing it a lot more passively than we did the last round.
Yeah, they just want to take it easy. You got to remember, we are on the defense side here for the Huskies. It is up to 07 to create the noise and push in as Bondo gets that peek. Headshots, Nabil. Great start to the round here.
That's probably honestly one of the best kills you can get right now. That's their KJ down. That means that there's going to be less pressure on the post-plant situation, especially since you can't throw her mollies down. But Viper's still alive. Oh!
Trades out his own life to get Savo with the ultimate Witter, trying to find something heroic, but I don't know if that's the play. Making your team fight another battle down a player instead of trying to just get that pick and fight this 4v4. They get the plant, though, which might be vital for 07. It's up to the Huskies now to retake C.
Something that you just said, a hero play that might be vital, but at least they have guns. Husky not really having too many weapons on their side. Gonna have to slowly start trying to defuse here. Gonna see one. And
Bondo gets it through the smoke! Absurd play from Bondo, finding the headshot. How is that even possible? Mar1 trying to get in with their heroics, finding 2, but that might just be enough time for them to get the round. Chris M double headshot, but I don't think he has time to get the defuse.
Not gonna have time, as we see there. Gonna be very close. He might.
Oh my goodness!
God.
Just barely losing that round.
A lot of eco damage. I will say you did kill up all 5 of them. Plus that was your save round, so you're gonna be able to buy weapons this time around. But Bondo coming in big there, getting a shot through the smoke and getting a kill as well at the start of the round to make it that 4v3 in the post plant situation there. Definitely something that you would want on your team, somebody who can make those clutch plays. Hopefully he can make them now as well on the gun round.
You're gonna need this too. 07 only 2 round wins away from taking this game 1 of the group stage in Group A here. We're seeing ultimately, we're seeing Utility coming out early, and it's a bit of a different setup having Chris M on the C site, but the idea is still the same. Hold out every site, get as much info and as much map control as humanly possible. Make it hard for 07 to push in. It worked out so well last time, just barely unable to win out the round, but a similar setup might be able to get the Huskies to win this time around.
Oh,
You should run.
Ooh, wow, look at this rotate coming in. Enemy Killjoy coming in on the A site. That probably means they want to come in and start pushing this a little bit. Flank here from Bondo. And Senja might be crucial. Tiny finding 2 headshots, and Sabo gets a 3rd, trading out Tiny in the process.
KJ also getting destroyed there as well. And we also have Spike down in tree, meaning that we can just play these long eagles and force them to kind of go into a position that they don't want to be in, trying to grab Spike here as well, as that only has 2 entranceways, but one of them is a rotating, very loud door to get out of.
30 seconds left.
That's tough too.
Spike
Shimmy
planted.
gets a headshot on Savo. Spike is recovered and planted. They need to get this rotate now. They don't have too much time. Shimmy peeks out and finds Chris through the wall. And this is going to be really, really tough after such a great initial start to this round. Bondo and Senja left alone to re-attack this A site and get this clutch.
Not only do they have to attack, they also have to move through a Viper ult, something I would definitely not want to be doing right now.
They're struggling too. You can see the spray going through this Viper site. They have no idea where 07 is right now. Nabil, Senja trades them out, but Bondo is down. And again, they just don't have the time to get the defuse. They fake it, trying to find Shimmy, but Shimmy, perfect timing there, getting that pick. And they are 1 round away from taking this away from the Huskies.
Now looking at this last round, not really the greatest amount of money you can ask for, but Bondo back onto that Sheriff. Definitely saw him make some dangerous plays earlier as well before the last round played out. The round before that definitely made some strong plays, so hopefully he can come out clutch for his team this time and we actually have enough time to defuse.
Definitely, and coming into these crucial rounds, Huskies have to buy every single round just to keep themselves in a bit of a fight. Sabo coming out with the ultimate. He finds out Witter in the air. Great first pick. They need to keep this momentum now. Nabil trades out Chris M on that B site.
Cover going out.
Starting to get this set up, though. They find Shibby. He gets taken down. That's 4v3 now for the Huskies. They have a chance of keeping themselves in this game here now. They're starting to ping on the map, trying to figure out where 07 is rotating to. They have map control. Now it's just up to 07 to start pushing in, but they're found out. Coming out a long there. However, Sabo is able to trade out Maro 1 3v2 now. It's still workable here for the Huskies, as they realize how much pressure has been shown from 07 trying to hold this out.
Sabo, understandably not wanting to peek Sky right now. Very low on HP as well, with only a Bulldog, not a weapon of that a lot of people would choose willingly, but he's definitely made it work this round for sure.
Bondo's able to pick up a better gun here now. That's going to do him well, not needing to rely on that pistol anymore. But the rotate there is immense. Huskies not recognizing that. They have to re-attack this B yet again. They do have angles to play with, though, and they have